South African Social Security Agency is responsible for administering and paying 7 categories of social grants. In 2017, SASSA paid out 176 billion rand to over 17 million beneficiaries. But the agency has faced significant problems in carrying out its mandate. These problems can be broadly summarized into 5 categories such as costs, regulation, access, security, and humanity. The grant payment system incurs exorbitant administrative costs in excess of 12 billion rand. In 2017, total irregular expenditure amounted to 1.4 billion rand. SASSA has also been engaged in regulatory challenges concerning illegal deductions from recipients' accounts and pressure to increase the child support grant to include youth up to 21 years old. SASSA offices are remotely located from rural communities, making access difficult. Furthermore, the use of cash increases security concerns as beneficiaries are vulnerable to being robbed, and cash in transit and office robberies are spiraling. Finally, beneficiaries are subjected to inhumane conditions such as long queues, poor to no ablution facilities, and humiliating questions that impede on the application process.
This is how our solution will work to resolve SASSA's key business challenges. If Gogo Florence needs to apply for an older person's grant, she will dial SASSA on 777 using her mobile phone. Automated IVR voice prompts will guide her through the application process in any of the 11 official languages she chooses. She will be required to provide her ID number, her address, and indicate which grant she's applying for. With a secure Know Your Customer platform underpinned by blockchain technology, Gogo Florence's ID number and current financial means will be validated using APIs which will connect to and interrogate the databases of Home Affairs and financial service providers. AI will be leveraged to manage this validation. Following this initial validation, Gogo Florence will receive a confirmation SMS providing her eligibility. If eligible, she will also receive her appointment details, a list of the supporting documents that she will need to supply, and a unique reference number via the same SMS. On the day of the scheduled appointment, Gogo Florence will arrive at the SASSA Center with her ID card and supporting documentation. Given the appointment, she will not waste time queuing. The SASSA agent will confirm her identity on the platform, validate her supporting documents, and take her fingerprint biometric and photograph. Finally, her preferred payment method between EFT and mobile money wallet will be confirmed. Cash payments will no longer be an option. Within 48 hours, Gogo Florence will receive an SMS confirming her registration, providing her with SASSA person number, and informing her of the zero-rated support number.
If Gogo Florence chose to be paid via mobile money wallet, then on the first day of every month she will receive an SMS informing her that her wallet has been credited. She will then be able to transact with the funds at any participating leading retail store by simply dialing the unique USSD code and following the on-screen prompts to select the retailer and enter the cash amount. Grant beneficiaries will be encouraged to transact from their wallets rather than withdrawing cash, and transaction fees will only apply if they decide to withdraw cash. The SASSA system will use machine learning to detect changes in a beneficiary's status which could disqualify them from receiving the grant based on integration to key databases. This will also support the enforcement of the basic grant eligibility requirements. Such accounts will be flagged and the beneficiary will receive an SMS advising a potential cancellation within 14 days. If the beneficiary would like to prove otherwise, they would be required to book an appointment at the nearest centre.
We have opted to build a solution as grant beneficiary identification, validation, and payment are core SASSA functions. Building on SASSA's behalf enables better customization and flexibility as opposed to buying an off-the-shelf package. Our solution will cost an initial once-off investment of 335 million rand, which in addition to providing the underpinning technology also includes costs associated with business process redesign, change management, and communications. Following this, the running cost will be under billion rand per annum. This is in contrast to the current expenses of 2 billion rand per annum just in cash handling fees. Technologies such as cloud computing and asynchronous design or architecture will support scalability for additional volumes and new functionality. For example, biometrics can be rolled out in phases, starting with fingerprints before, later adding voice, and finally facial recognition. And similarly, whilst IVR and USSD will be available at launch, mobile app and web channels can also be added without requiring a complete redesign. Data security will be critical, and encryption technologies will also need to evolve over the life of the system.
Change management will be critical to ensure the successful delivery of our solution and to mitigate fears around job or grant losses. To ensure minimal disruption to service delivery, the current customer base will be validated on the Know Your Customer platform and migrated to the new system to prevent unnecessary reapplications. Cash beneficiaries will be migrated to the mobile wallet option. The new technology and processes make it imperative that both SASA employees and beneficiaries are informed of and trained to use the functional and technical aspects of the new solution. This will help manage the natural resistance to change and create a culture that supports the redesigned business processes. Our plan is driven by proactive behaviors and ways of thinking that make change part of the culture. Ultimately, our proposed solution is not just about functionality, it's about presence and adoption by all stakeholders now and into the future. Social grants have a redistributive role, and their place in a highly unequal society cannot be disputed. Brazil is successfully bridging the gap between the rich and poor with Bolsa Familia, a conditional social grant program that aims to break the cycle of poverty while investing in people. The program leverages big data analytics to ensure that conditions are being met. The Bolsa Familia benefit now reaches nearly 14 million households, or around a quarter of the population, and 10 years on has been key in more than halving Brazil's extreme poverty and reducing social inequality. If Brazil can do it, then so can South Africa.